गुरु नित्यानन्दं 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 जगद्गुरु।
कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षि सुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्ध दिव्यज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागमसारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्रीचिह्न काहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धान्त स्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पाण्ड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महान्धकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम् अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तः साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवच्छ्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव श्री ज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञानवितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।
Nithyananda, that was such an extraordinarily graceful darshan. All the participants across all the rooms just smiling and melting. This extremely gracious, beautiful, graceful darshan. How was the darshan for all of you? How was your experience? I request all the participants to take a few minutes and share. How was it? How did each of you enjoy today's darshan? Wide smiles everywhere. A lot of messages. Wow. Absolutely. I know, right? It is so beautiful. Literally fulfilling each of our being. Now, this very powerful darshan Swamiji has initiated and blessed us to awaken our third eyes. Now, you will actually see with today's powerful initiation how Swamiji manifests through you intensely, and the whole power manifestation happens very, very powerfully through you. Are all of you ready? Shall we all start the power manifestation now? Just enjoy, be in the same space. Also, do take a few minutes. Share how did you experience today's darshan on your Facebook, on all your social media platforms. Take a few minutes and share how was today's darshan. Take a few minutes. All the viewers that are there on YouTube, how did you all enjoy today's darshan? Actually, today's darshan, with this darshan, Swamiji has lifted all of our consciousness to one of the highest frequencies, initiating us to be able to manifest that ultimate leadership consciousness inside of us. So take a few your exit. And manifesting powers is the best way in how you can make all these initiations that Swamiji has given as a part of your life. Now, today we all receive the power, the initiation into the power of manifesting consciousness over the matter, where you can literally, just through your conscious will, through the third eye, you can operate any silicon device as per your will. And this is a very, very cool power to manifest. Like imagine just with your eyes closed, you command for your phone to send any messages, and your phone will actually send the messages. It is possible. It's science. And there's a very clear science to it. Listen very carefully.
Nithyananda, everyone. With this beautiful space of darshan, hold that space continuously and let's start moving to the manifesting the third eye, the power of third eye. So please sit straight with your head neck back straight line. Visualize Swamiji's form in your third eye. Keep that darshan experience in your inner space. Now continue to chant the Mahavakya. Continue to chant the Mahavakya, the space of oneness. In the space of oneness, scan through your third eye and manifest the power of third eye. Shaktishwaran, Tarun, and Wang Sin, please close your eyes and start chanting the Mahavakya with Swamiji's form in your inner space. Continuously chant the Mahavakya and experience this space of oneness. With that space of oneness, scan through your third eye and manifest the power of third eye. Now I'm going to project the picture. Continue to chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Chant the Mahavakya and experience the space of oneness.
ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ 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 नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Om ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्
Yes, now all of you, please go ahead and share your third eye power manifestation results in the chat. Please go ahead and share your results in the chat. Now I'm projecting the picture, what I projected, and verify.
परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्.
That's fine. Okay, so now let's continue with our Dhyana sessions. We have been learning the Dhyana Spurana, the flowering into our being with meditation. We have learned so many powerful cognitions, and now we will be learning the many more powerful cognitions and the meditation technique in the upcoming sessions. So we have learned that anything that we do, we need intensity. Anything that we want the result.
ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द
know how to develop
परमशिवोऽहम्
the method, how the whole intensity
नित्यानन्द
will be lost.
परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द
That's the right way. The
परमशिवोऽहम्
moment the technique is given, the mind will start working around the technique. The technique gives your mind the chance
परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्
intensity. Doesn't living continuously at
नित्यानन्द
cause tiredness.
परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द
Intensity is the fuel
परमशिवोऽहम्
your inner dynamo constantly without experiencing fatigue. Be very clear, when you focus intensely, totally on whatever you are doing at the moment, there is no scope for greed or fear to play in your inner space. You will be acting purely from your being, out of sheer inspiration. You'll be working without carrying the load of past and future. You will see your inner space will be light, and you will be making decisions in a clear, relaxed way. There is a very beautiful story, Zen story. One day, early morning, a Zen master came out of his bed and started crying. His disciples were surprised to see him crying. They gathered around him and said, "You are an enlightened being. Why are you crying? It's really surprising to see that you are crying." The master replied, "Last night I dreamt that I become a butterfly." This surprised disciples asked, "It was only a dream. Now you are yourself again. You are out of it. Why are you crying now?" The master says very beautifully, "Because now I do not know whether I am a Zen master who dreamt that had become a butterfly, or whether that butterfly is now dreaming that it has become a Zen master." Understand, there is no scale, no proof to say if the state in which you are in this authentic reality. There is no scale. When you move from a deep state to the dream state, deep sleep state to the dream state, you understand that deep sleep state was illusory when compared to the dream state. When you come out of the dreaming state into waking state, you understand that the dream state was illusory, that it was not real. When you move from waking state to Turiya, you will realize that the waking state is also not reality. You will realize that the waking state is not what you thought it was. Again and again and again, you get a glimpse of the truth. This truth every time you face a deep depression or low mood. During deep depression, this understanding starts rising from within. But we are afraid of allowing the psychological revolution to happen in us at that time because too much is at stake. Too much of the life that we know that we are clinging to is at stake. If we allow psychological revolution to take place, who knows what might happen? What will happen to all our cherished desires and goals, our cherished ideals and ideas? We are afraid that we may have to let go of everything. So we manage not to allow psychological revolution to happen in us. Every instant of depression is actually an opportunity to allow the upheaval to happen. But we miss it. The moment we hear that your whole life is an illusion, naturally you become afraid. You may leave everything and life may change drastically. But I tell you, when you understand that what is in front of you is not complete reality, you will renounce only one thing, your suffering. When the psychological revolution happens, tremendous inner healing happens in you. With inner healing, naturally, outer healing also happens. Without the psychological revolution, every day that you live, every moment will only be pravritti. That means going outwards, towards more suffering, low moods, and difficulties. With the psychological revolution, it will become nivritti, meaning moving towards reality, solution. You will become more and more relaxed, more and more restful, more and more aware. With psychological revolution, with every decision that you make every day, the pramanas, the experiences of the enlightened masters will become atma pramanas. That means your own experiences. Next question that was asked Swamiji. Swamiji, if we don't have dreams to fulfill, then what is life? Understand, this is one of the worst lies taught to you. Just because your schools, your universities, your society can't teach you how to experience the superconscious state, they teach you the daydreaming state. I tell you, please don't compromise. Please don't waste your life for daydreaming. Don't miss the truth, the reality, just for your daydreams. Live your life with superconscious vision, not with dreams. Daydreams put you in a state of deep restlessness until you fulfill them. But after they are fulfilled, all you will experience is emptiness. When you function out of the state of thoughtless awareness, whenever a vision or desire arises, you are also empowered with the clarity necessary to fulfill it. You are shown the direction, and after fulfilling the vision, you experience deep satisfaction. Just like a worker who first convinces his boss that he's indispensable and then uses this idea to exploit his boss, your mind has convinced you that you can take a single decision without it. Please be clear. When you plan, you can only expand your vision to the limit of the known. All you can do is reproduce the past into the future. You are actually limiting your growth by planning. When you trust your vision, your intuition, and work, you tap into your limitless potential. Have the courage to live spontaneously with the spontaneous revelations happening in your life every moment. Just try this for 10 days. In 10 days, your whole life can't be taken away from you. In 10 days, if everything you have can be taken away from you, then it is not worth having. Let it be taken away. When you work with spontaneous inner vision, naturally, the dilemma, the mental oscillations, and mood swings will be much less because your decisions arise naturally from your inner space. They won't drain your energy. Your decision making becomes sharp and straight. So just for 10 days, don't plan anything. Don't lead life. Allow life to lead you and use your intuition instead of your intellect. Live by your vision instead of your dreams. Live by vision instead of dreams. You will see the power of spontaneity. Every morning, I wake up to the same world, but every night I don't return to the same dream. Can't this be used as a scale to say that the waking world is real? Very intelligent question. This is a wonderful concept which we need to understand and internalize. Have you ever had an experience in which you have lived 15 or 20 years in one night's dream? In a span of few hours? I am sure many of you have experienced this at least once. The dream may start from your college days and move slowly, step by step, and move on to your marriage. You are having your son's marriage, and so on. In this way, you live many years of your life in just one night's dream. Am I right? One more thing. Scientists are now saying that you don't sleep continuously at night. You spend a maximum of 30 minutes in the deep sleep state. Then you go to the dream state and go to some dreams. Again, you fall asleep, spend about half an hour in the deep sleep state, and in this way, you keep moving from dream state to the deep sleep state and back. In the Vedic tradition, the maximum deep sleep time is 30 minutes. But in the West, they say that it is only 16 minutes. So your one night dream is actually a series of separate episodes. In the first episode, you see in your dream you are in college. In the second episode, when you come back to the dream state after your spell of deep sleep, you see you are getting married. In the third episode, when you re-enter the dream state, you see you have a son. Maybe in the fourth episode, you see your son getting married. An important thing you need to understand here is in these different episodes, you do see the same world, even the dream state. Am I right? So you do see the same world in the dream state. So please understand, just because you wake up to the same world every morning after the night's break, it can be the scale to define this world as reality. This happens even in the dream state. Swamiji says, sometimes people ask me, Swamiji, I'm not only one seeing this world, only one seeing this world. All the people living around me are also seeing this world in the same way. So how can you say it is a dream? Understand, in a dream, if you are visiting a particular city along with your family, your dream family will naturally see that the same city as you are seeing, because they are also projections of your mind. Understand, it is a very subtle point. If you can catch this, it will really lead to a very big clarity. It can really revolutionize the way in which you think about your life, the way in which you try to solve the problems of your life. This is a there is a beautiful story. A person is dreaming. In the dream, he sees a tiger chasing him and starts screaming. Oh, a tiger is chasing me! Save me! Save me! His friend is sleeping next to him. He wakes up and he sees that his friend is screaming for help in his sleep. What is the best help he can offer his friend? Just wake him up, right? Instead, he tries to hand his sleeping a weapon to kill the dream tiger. Can you imagine what will happen? The right solution at that moment is just to tell him, wake up. If you try to find any other solution, it will only lead to more and more problems. It will only lead to more and more problems. Who knows, this life in the waking state can be another long dream. You may wake up in a few minutes and discover that your entire life till now was just a dream. When you realize this possibility that what you call life can be one more long dream, and naturally you will turn much of your attention and awareness to the center, to the consciousness. I can say this is the first step in spirituality. This is the first step towards the psychological revolution. Again and again, our sufferings are giving us a clear statement. We are holding on to emptiness. All our suffering is nothing but a clear statement from reality. You are not living with the reality. The ultimate truth is the stuff out of which your dream world is made is the same stuff out of which this waking world is also made. If your attention is centered on the stuff, naturally the inner healing cannot happen. If your attention is equally distributed on the consciousness and the stuff, that is what I call healthy life, balanced life. You will have psychological health. Your your attention is totally centered on the consciousness, that is what I call Jivan Mukti, or living enlightenment. Simply understanding that this whole world is one more dream brings tremendous inner healing to you. Whenever you are facing a big difficulty or depression in life, if you realize very clearly, consciously, that this whole thing is a dream, you will simply relax and the inner healing starts happening to you. That inner healing is what I call meditation. That restful awareness, what happens in you, is what I call Satori, the first glimpse of Samadhi. Now, let's listen from Swamiji explaining. Any questions, please post it in the
तारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे।
If your attention is totally centered on the consciousness, that is what I call Jivan Mukti or living enlightenment. Simply understanding that this whole world is one more dream brings tremendous inner healing to you. Whenever you are facing a big difficulty or depression in life, if you realize very clearly, consciously, that this whole thing is a dream, you will simply relax and the inner healing starts happening to you. The inner healing is what I call meditation. That restful awareness which happens in you is what I call Satori, the first glimpse of Samadhi. So let's listen the inner healing.
That you look into yourself for 5 minutes and try to pen down, not for anybody else's sake, just for your sake. Later on destroy that paper, let nobody see that. Pen down in how many major ways you are uttering the words knowingly you can't be cornered, or knowingly that you can't stand up for it. Let you take few minutes to upset, to burst all the balloons which you are having in your inner space, ugly, dirty, cancerous growths. Touch all of them and poke all of them. Let the pus come out. Then, second step, the technique itself. First step is like washing your clothes. Second step is like ironing it. Second step, visualizing some word, then staying with the feeling of that word, then relaxing even from feeling. Even to do this technique, honestly, you need to understand how many ways you associated lies around every word. If you uttered 10 times I love you to somebody without having the honest love, that word has lost its meaning for you. Afterwards, even you try to love somebody, that word will not have meaning or feeling. You have lost the great dimension or the feeling of loving somebody. That very possibility is dead in you. That's the worst thing can happen to you. People come and tell me, I know I should be devoted, I don't know how to bring devotion. Means what? At least 100 times you would have uttered the word devotion. I am devoted, I am devoted, I am devoted, knowingly that you don't have that. Then, mind has lost that very aspect of giving meaning to that word devotion or feeling the experience devotion. You become dry. Do not utter the word knowingly you can't stand behind it. If you utter, you lost that dimension in your life. You are done with it. You are done with it. If you utter the word I love you without loving that person 10 times, you lost the dimension of loving somebody from your life. Every step, the lies which you created has reduced you, has cut your dimensions. It has made you handicapped, psychological handicapped. Physically being handicapped is also not so worst. At least others will know, you will have a sympathy. But psychologically being handicapped is the worst thing. Much more than psychologically being handicapped, it is spiritually being handicapped. If you can remove all these lies which you uttered and created your personality and purify yourself, this is what I call tapas. Flooding yourself with the truth. Whatever can be washed away, let it be washed away now itself. The earlier they are washed away, better for you. Let you know, at least in your inner space, how many buildings you built on lies. How many ways your foundation was a lie. How many dimensions was lie. At least look into yourself. To flood yourself with the truth. To come out as a new being. Now we will enter into the Mahadeva's technique. 2-step. If you have paper and pen, take it. Why I am asking you to write for yourself, otherwise you will not remember. If you don't have paper and pen, at least sit and count so that you will remember how many places, how many spots. Just 5 minutes of looking inside to clean your inner space. Then we will enter into the meditation. You can sit with closed eyes and look into yourself. Please close your eyes and first search and seek, identify in every step how many places you built yourself with lies, on lies. Uttered the words knowingly. You are not that. You are not going to stand for it. You are not fulfilling it. Just close your eyes and look into yourself. How many places you use the word knowing you don't mean it. It may be painful, it may be little suffering, it's okay, go through. See the truth, at least let you know. After all, no need for anybody else to know. Let you know at least. Even if it was painful, it is painful. Look, do not avoid just because it is pain. Wonderful chance to look into yourself. At least know In how many places you built your life, your identity based on lies. It's a beautiful opportunity for self-analysis, to look into yourself, to do the introspection. Look, don't miss this opportunity. Where all you use the words without knowing the meaning, without meaning it. Now we will enter into the technique. Just read what you have written. You can open your eyes. Just wanted to give you a few minutes to look into yourself. Try for next 21 days not to use any word which you do not mean. Do not use any word knowingly that you can't stand for it. Knowingly, just because nobody can pin you down, nobody can corner you. Never use the words. Then this technique will work on you. Now we will do this technique just to learn. But this technique won't work on you now unless you clear your inner space. Learn so that you can start doing it after 21 days. Let me teach you the exact technique. Visualize a word like love, or joy, or bliss. Even the negative words are okay. whether positive or negative, any word. Visualize a word. First visualize it with a letter. Love means L-O-V-E. Then next, drop the visualization of the words, letters. Just be with that feeling. Concentrate, put your awareness on feeling. Third, drop even the feeling and just be with yourself. Step by step, if you do, you can do it beautifully. I'll guide you. We can start. Please close your eyes and sit. Lights off. Sit in a very relaxed way. Remember any word, love or bliss, whatever word you may want, you can choose. Whatever word you want, you can choose. Visualize that word as letters. Be with that visualization of letters.
Yes, now let's continue. Preparing your inner space. Anything that happens in your life out of a deep understanding, out of your pure inner space, always adds value to you. Anything done because of the pressure of samskaras, means patterns, only creates more and more bondages for you. Right from a young age, we start calling all kinds of samskaras from the outer world, consciously and unconsciously. After a while, these samskaras start reproducing and empowering themselves, even without any further action from our part. The enlightened master Mahavira says beautifully that when each human being takes birth, whatever he needs for his entire life is sent along with him. Every grain of rice he will eat during that life is already sent along with him. What Mahavira means is, you have come with the samskaras necessary to fulfill all your desires for which you took this birth. But the problem is, after taking this life, we start picking up new samskaras from others. For instance, suppose you want to buy a new refrigerator, but when you go to the store to buy it, you meet your friend and who has come there to buy TV. When you see that your friend is buying a TV, you suddenly decide that you also need a new TV. After you purchase the TV, naturally, you find that you don't have the money to buy the refrigerator and that you came there from. This is exactly what you do in your life. When you pick up and try to fulfill the samskaras of others, naturally, you won't have the energy to fulfill your own desires. When you accumulate too many samskaras, you have to take more and more births to fulfill them. During those lives, naturally, you pick up still more samskaras from around you. It is a vicious circle. You are caught in a samsara sagara, the ocean of repeated birth and death. Samskaras get strengthened in different ways. Some samskaras are strengthened only when you repeat the action. Some samskaras are strengthened just by receiving information about them. When you receive input from the world about them, then there are some samskaras that need neither action nor information. Just remembrance is enough. And they are strengthened. Samskaras can be strengthened even without your awareness. Usually, you don't even know that you are being driven by your samskaras. When you habitually respond to a particular situation in the same way, after a while, you will start reacting in the same way in every new situation. Without even trying to understand it, you form a judgment about the person or the situation and then collect the evidence to support that judgment. Understand, you have made the judgment already, and all you need is few bits of data to support that conviction. That's all. It is as if your mind is a projector. You have a number of slides which you have gathered throughout your life. Some even from your past births. These slides are the projection with which you live your life. Have any thoughts? What is your understanding? Please post it in the chat. Internalize what has been discussed so far and post it in the chat, please. Now we are going to learn the samskaras and 7 layers. Before that, let's understand a little bit about them. So Ma Jayanti posted, if we entertain negative thought, the samskaras in us would grow. Yes. It is you who design your body. At the time of taking birth, you have the clarity to decide about your future life and the kind of life experiences you wish to have. You decide your life, your enjoyments, whatever you want to do, based upon what you think is the juice of life. Based on your preferences, you design your body. The energy or the ideas with which you design your body is called prarabdha. It's the innate intelligence you carry as your biomemory. Your prarabdha, your biomemory alone is intelligent, powerful, and efficient enough to run your life and enrich you materially and spiritually. So, any accumulated samskara or engram which is operating in conscious or unconscious layers is nothing but a hindrance to the fulfillment of your life. There is no such thing as good or bad samskara. No samskara is good. So an inner space filled with samskaras is hell. An inner space free of samskaras is heaven. So do not try to classify samskaras are good or bad. A samskara by itself is by very nature is negative. Anything that happens in your life out of a deep understanding, out of your pure inner space, always adds value to you. Anything done because of the pressure of samskaras only creates more and more bondages for you. Right from the young age, you start collecting all kinds of samskaras from the outer world and consciously and unconsciously. Preparing your inner space. Basically, let's watch Swamiji explaining about
come inside newly. For them, the TV, how they say that, headlines once more. Once more the headlines. The physical layer, the body out which the physical body is the first layer. The prana movements is second layer. The inner chattering is third layer. Emotions are fourth layer. The deep sleep, what you experience during deep sleep, that silence is fifth layer. In the deep meditation, what you experience, that joy, that intense, vibrant silence is sixth layer. Enlightenment is seventh layer. In the deep sleep, it will be graveyard silence, negative silence. In meditation, it will be intense silence. There is a big difference. When you fall asleep and come back, you will not become more intelligent. But when you fall into meditation and come back, you will be more intelligent and you will be more blissful. When you fall asleep and come back, you may be fresh, a little relaxed, but you will not be more blissful. But when you fall into meditation and come back, that silence is called intense silence, live, vibrant silence. So, the 7 layers, we store different samskaras in different layers. Usually the samskaras related to desire are stored in the prana, the breathing. and the samskaras related to chronic fatigue or tiredness is stored in the body, in the physical body. That is why 2-3 times you try to do some exercise, workout or even walking. First thing body will bring out is tiredness. But without bothering about that first level samskaras which are raising, if you enter into it, suddenly you will see that same action brings energy out of you. If you start walking, in 2 minutes your mind will suggest 10 times, I am tired. No, it is too much, enough. We did, today it is okay, tomorrow we can do. It will try its best. But if you don't bother about that samskaras and just go ahead, in few minutes the same action will bring energy. Chronic fatigue means a deep feeling to be in an action, to be in rest, or non-moving or not moving is stored in the physical body. I always tell people, karma palatyaga, not karma tyaga. The results of the action should be surrendered, not the action itself. Karma tyaga is very easy. That is where the whole spirituality has ended. The worst thing happened to India is not our tradition, not following our tradition, not following what Krishna said, not following what our traditions have presented. But constantly I am seeing the superficial analytical reports. These fellows go on abusing. The other day I was reading an article. There was a technical term they started using, Hindu rate of growth. I was surprised. It's just, he means the suffering of India is because of our tradition. It is not. Suffering of India is because we did not follow our tradition. We did not imbibe our tradition. Instead of doing karma palatyaga, we started doing karma tyaga, stuck in the first layer, stuck in the physical layer itself. I've seen in the villages, many places. There are some great things in the villages. There are some things like, instead of karma balatyaga, karma tyaga, like till morning 10 o'clock you will see tea shops will be filled. People will be sitting and talking. If you want to listen to the great Vedantic truths, go to the village tea shops morning 10 o'clock. You will see there people will be sitting and just sipping the tea. Oh, without God's grace nothing can be done. Only by God's grace anything can happen. All great truths, but just to justify what they are doing, not to internalize. Karma palatyaga is supposed to be the truth. But the karma tyaga starts happening if you are stuck in the physical layer. The chronic fatigue or intense craving for the rest. I have seen people understand this intense craving for the rest brings diseases which will put you in the bed. Intense craving for disease, craving for the rest. Actually, if you see any advertisement for resorts, beach resorts especially, if you see a photograph, beautiful beach, easy resting chair and somebody resting, the moment you see that, immediately something starts happening in you. You feel you should also be lying like that, completely resting, totally in peacefulness, in the deep peace. The moment you see that, something in you is awakened. That's what I call intense craving for tamas. Understand? If you really find out the same beach, same chair and lie down, you will not have that same peace which you visualized. till you exhaust the tamas engrams, lethargic engrams you carry in the physical layer, you cannot rest. Your desire for rest will not let you rest. Please understand. How can you say, Swamiji, my desire for rest will as naturally as to let me rest? No, it won't. Because it is from engrams. It is from samskara. Even if you find out the same beach, same chair, same bench, same place, try to lie down. The moment you rest, the moment you started resting, in few minutes this samskara will settle down, the next layer samskara will start. Even the decision to rest, if it is based on samskara, you cannot rest. First layer samskara is intense desire for rest. Continuously you will see your mind is pulled back. There is a very beautiful story in Upanishad. Disciple goes to the master and asks, Master, give me the method for enlightenment. Master says, very wonderful story. He says, just take these 400 cows and when they become 1000 cows, come back. The modern day disciple would have said, what, you are making 600 cows out of my enlightenment. You are trying to make more cows out of my seeking. But he is really sincere disciple. He did not bother about it. He just took the cows. And the story says, when the cows have become 1000, when he came back, Master says, not only he became enlightened, he says, now we have 1001 cows. In Vedic tradition, cows are highly respected as a sacred thing. He says, this guy is also now raised to that level, sacred, the level of sanctity. Actual thing what happened is, continuously when you work with cows, they cannot let you rest. And they don't know you are working 24 hours. They don't know there is nobody else to replace you. They don't know that today is holiday. They don't know. But one person can work only 8-hour shift. They do not have all these problems. They will constantly demand your attention. This guy, by working continuously with them, the deep desire for rest has disappeared. I can say, the deep desire for vacation or the deep desire for rest, the chronic fatigue, if it leaves your system, 90% of your spiritual journey is over. That is the first worst problem. First layer samskara. The second, in the prana sarira, in the pranic layer, you store all the desires. That is why whenever your desires are changing, suddenly you will see the breathing pattern will change. If you are caught by strong desires, like a lust or anger, even anger is a kind of a desire. Strong desires, your breathing pattern will change. It will be chaotic. The third layer, mental layer. See, the pranic layer, second layer, you store your thoughts about how your life should be. In the mental layer, you store your engrams about how your life shouldn't have been. Means guilt. If your energy moves towards the future, it is desire. If your energy moves towards the past and continuously it is rotating only about the past, it is called guilt. If it is flowing continuously towards the future, it is desire. If it is flowing continuously towards the past, it is guilt. Different ways of moving. The mental layer, the third layer, You store the engrams related to guilt. The fourth layer, in emotions, you store all the visualizations related to pain. Understand, the fourth layer is very powerful layer. In the fourth layer, you don't need any action or information to strengthen the engrams. In the first two layers, you need action to strengthen your engrams. Means the tiredness or the desire for vacation. The more you give the vacation, the more the desire will be strengthened. Same way, other desires, the more you enter into action based on those desires, the more the engrams will become strong. The third layer, guilt related engrams. You don't need to do the same action, but just the information about that action. Means if you have seen the same place, or if you are seeing the same person, if you are seeing the same situations, immediately that engrams will become strong and it will be awakened. But in the fourth layer, pain engrams. First layer, chronic fatigue, lethargy engrams. Second, desires. Third, guilt. Fourth, pain. The pain layer, neither you need action, means you don't have to have the same pain again and again, nor you need information related to pain. You don't even need to receive information related to pain. Just the engrams are enough, they can multiply, they can expand, they can multiply. The deeper layers, the fifth layer, the layer you experience in the deep sleep, there, even though engrams are there, you cannot do anything about it, because in the deep sleep, your mind cannot do anything. It's an unconscious layer. In the first four layer, if you can reduce the depth of the engrams, samskaras, naturally the fifth layer and sixth layer will be cleansed. Fifth layer will be cleansed if you clean all the first four layers. If the fifth layer is cleansed, you will start experiencing sixth layer more and more. Sixth layer, meditation layer. Fifth layer is deep sleep layer. Sixth layer is meditation layer. If you are getting into the deep sleep layer more easily, it means the first four layers are clean. If the first four layers are not clean, then you will suffer more in the fifth layer. That is why the more stress and load, so much of suffering related to sleep starts happening in the life. Sleep has become a big problem. Now, especially in the developed countries, I am seeing they are able to get beds but not sleep. Their infrastructure has created the facility to have beds and different temperature, different comfort, so many things, but not sleep, because too much stress. Not only that, if these four layer engrams are too much, in the fifth layer, the relationship between you and your body gets disconnected. I always tell people, reducing the engrams in the first four layer is making friends with your body. Making friends with your body, because you don't know how we are abusing the body. Understand? If you are having overweight, it is directly connected to some of these engrams. When you feel emptiness inside, lonely, you start feeling it. Sometimes you start feeling it by food or by drinking. Any one thing. Every single thing happening in your life is directly connected to some engram. Removing these engrams, I can say, is making friends with your body. Making friendship with your body. I can say this is the best way to heal. The other day, I received a big letter and a report from one of our devotee in USA. She came to our program maybe 2 years ago. Of course, the same meditation which we are going to do now, she did that meditation. She had a tumor in the Mooladhara, root center. She had 3 times surgery. She herself is a doctor. But again and again the tumor was growing in the same place. She came and she was doing this meditation which we are going to do today. And she was weeping uncontrollably during the meditation. I tried to tell her, please relax, but it was uncontrollable. Anyhow, after the meditation, I asked her, what is the problem? She said that I suddenly again relived the guilt, the young age she has been abused by some of the close relative, some physical abusing, maybe sexual abuse. She said that suddenly that samskara opened up, that guilt opened up. I relived. That is the reason I am not able to control. I was uncontrollable. Please forgive me, Swamiji. I said, that's okay. Let it leave. Reliving is relieving. Understand? Consciously, reliving is relieving. And you will be surprised. Even of course, I am surprised. It was, of course, I know that relieving heals, but this is very miraculous. It really happened. And she says, after that relieving, after that meditation, within a month the tumor disappeared and never came back. Now at least 1.5 years over. Did not come back. I was shocked. I said, of course I know relieving heals, relieving the guilt, releasing all the samskaras heals. But this is really miraculous. The guilt which she created in the young age, not only about that, the hatred about it has not only evolved as a hatred towards that person, it has evolved as hatred towards the self, towards herself, and the part of that body part. So that hatred has become tumor and sickness. When that engram was released, when that guilt was released, when she became pure, when the guilt has left her system, suddenly she came back to health. The system came back to health. Understand? So many pains and sufferings, physical and mental illnesses, we are storing in our system in the form of some engram. Not only diseases, even disorders, weight, obesity, overweight, obesity, or many other disorders, even those disorders are directly connected to some of our engrams. Working on the first 4-layer engrams and releasing them, reliving them and relieving them will heal your system very powerfully. Understand? It is little strong method, little strong technique. But I tell you, it's at least 100 times powerful than any yoga, any kriya you can do. Because yoga or kriya heals, no doubt. It takes its own time. This is like directly attacking the root center, root cause of suffering. Yoga starts working on your physical body, exhausts all the tamasic engrams and heals you. Kriyas, the breathing techniques, they start working on your pranic layer, second layer, and releases the desire engrams reduces the stress, and starts healing. But this method, the meditation techniques, straight away works on your fourth layer. You can work only maximum up to fourth layer. Beyond that, your logic cannot travel, your effort cannot do anything. Beyond that, only the master's presence can do any job. Anyhow, you can work up to the fourth layer. The meditation technique straight away works up to the fourth layer and heals you. That is why it will be so powerful. You need complete involvement, interest. You need to put your whole attention and awareness into the technique. If you can go into it and come out, you will see miracles happening inside you. Understand? If you don't know the science of miracle, you will be making accidents. If you know how to use your inner space, you will be making miracles. If you don't know how to use your inner space, you will be making accidents. Both are beyond your logic. Miracle and accident, both are beyond your logic. If the effect is favorable to you, desired by you, you call it miracle. If the effect is not desired by you, if it is not benefiting you, you call it as accident. In your inner space, if you know how to use, you will be constantly making miracles. Purifying the inner space is planned for miracles. If you don't know how to use, you will be constantly creating accidents because you will be attracting the same frequency incidents in your life, same frequency actions in your life. So, this is a wonderful truth which you need to internalize. Not only internalize, experience by entering into the process. Understand? I don't even want to use the word meditation technique for what we are going to do today. Today we are going to do two things. One is process. Maybe the second one can be called as meditation. The first one cannot be called as meditation because it's more like reliving, going into all the things about which you are afraid, all the things which frightens you, facing them, living them, reliving them. I call this as reliving. Reliving is relieving, and we will enter into meditation technique. Very powerful technique which you can carry and practice in your home every day. Can anybody become the master, or he is the chosen one? Nobody else needs to choose you. You need to choose you, that's all. Understand, fortunately, masters are not chosen democratic way. Nobody need to vote for you. All you need to do is, you need to vote for you, that's all. You need to choose you. Nobody else need to choose you. Just decide consciously, from today, I am going to live the reality, the truth of my being. That is the decision. You have become master, that's all. I always tell people, when I say I became enlightened on a particular day, do not think something has happened in my system. Of course, something has happened, but that is not the actual main thing I want to convey. First thing, what happened? Very consciously I decided, let me live my enlightenment. Because I decided as an after effect, as a side effect, something has started happening in my body and mind. But people are always thinking, first that experience should happen, then you will decide. No. First the decision has to happen, then experience happens. So nobody else needs to choose you. Just you choose yourself. That is the best thing. Fortunately, there is no election for choosing the masters. In yesterday's meditation, I felt strong concentration between the eyebrows and vibration in the spine. Is this normal? Yes. Wonderful. You really had a good meditation. Vibration in the spine means the part of the Kundalini energy gets awakened. That is good experience. Somebody has written a question in Tamil. I may not be able to answer that, so I'll answer the other questions. Here, some of the questions, more like a personal healings, you can come and ask me, the energy darshan. I am answering the questions which are directly related to the subject I have spoken. Swamiji, I would like to know the purpose of our life, our world, our universe and our God. If you know the purpose of your life, all the other three will automatically you will be able to understand. If you know the purpose of, here you are asking,
शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवस्वरूपम्
Any questions, clarifications, please let me know. Majayanti, Wangzin, what are your understanding? Let me know. Yes. So, let's manifest. Let's move on to the power manifestation, the consciousness over matter. So please sit straight and sit in Padmasana, or if you cannot sit in Padmasana, sit in lotus, cross-legged, and hands in Samana Mudra, just hands locked, your palms locked, and put it in your lap. Then you, with your head, neck, back, straight line, and start chanting the Mahavakya filled with inner space with Swamiji Paramashiva. Chant the Mahavakya. Your inner space filled with the Swamiji's form. If you go to sleep, and wake up, we won't feel blissful. But if you meditate, and we can be blissful. Wonderful, Ma. Now, bring your awareness back to your third eye again and again, and declare, by experiencing the oneness space, declare to levitate, to lift off the ground.
Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Nithyanandam, share your experience. What did you experience of this? Jayanti, Nixon. Now it's time to conclude. Thank you all for joining Paramashivoham Level 1. Let's pay our deepest gratitude to Swamiji. With the space of deep gratitude, let's conclude with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tasat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam, everyone. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow, Nithyanandam. Join back with your friends and family. Nithyanandam.